Film is considered to be an important art form, a source of popular entertainment, and a powerful medium for educating or indoctrinating citizens. The visual basis of film gives it a universal power of communication. Documentaries have the power to educate. Documentary films are an in-depth and informative resource which are a perfect platform to create dialogue. They serve as powerful tools that bring important topics to the table in a captivating way that also spark conversation and sometimes even social moments. A documentary is a broad term to describe a non-fiction movie that in some way documents or captures reality. Documentary filmmakers are often motivated to make their films because they feel a particular story or viewpoint is not being adequately covered by mainstream media. Documentaries deal exclusively with facts and real-life events. The main purpose of documentary is to inform and educate. Despite their differences, both feature films and documentaries use cinematography and follow a script. Documentary filmmakers and film theorists possess four different approaches to documentary filmmaking, referred to as modes: observational, expositional, poetic, and reflexive. What are the characteristics of documentary films? Documentaries have in common that are distinct from other film types, especially from the fiction film. Can be thought of in terms of 1. Subjects, 2. Purpose, points of view or approach, 3. Forms, 4. Production method and techniques, and 5. The sort of experiences they offer audiences. What makes a good documentary film? The essential element of good documentary is simply the story. The audience must have an intellectual and emotional tie to the film. The audience must have a pull to get to the end of the film, not an excuse to get away from it. The story must be found, and that is not always easy. What are the similarities and differences between a documentary and a fiction film? The clearest distinction between the two is their relationship with the reality. A fiction film presents a story that is not based on reality, or at least not in the form it is represented. Documentary, however, tells something about the reality of the world, shows us the real world. What techniques are used in documentaries? Not all techniques will work with all topics. Voiceover. The voiceover in a documentary is a commentary by the filmmaker, spoken while the camera is filming, or added to the soundtrack during the production. Archival footage, reenactment, direct and indirect interviews, montage, exposition, wallpaper technique, actuality. How to make a documentary. 1. Tell a story you care about. Start with a subject that excites you. 2. Research. Learn everything you can about your documentary subject. 3. Make a plan. Create an outline. 4. Create a shortlist. 5. Start shooting. 6. Write a script. 7. Begin editing. 8. Check legal and copyright issues. Documentary aims to educate, inform, and inspire the viewers, whereas feature films aims to entertain the audience. Documentary deals with facts and reality, whereas feature films deal with fiction. This is the main difference between documentary and feature film. How do you shoot a documentary interview? 1. Be prepared but adaptable. This is a point of contention among documentary filmmakers. 2. Avoid yes and no questions. 3. Do not do pre-interviews. 4. Try to avoid speaking or exclaiming out. 5. Be energetic, curious, and animated. 6. Keep filming when the interview is over. 7. Make sure there are no background noises. 8. Embrace the pauses. What are the interview techniques for video? How to make an interview video. 1. Define your purpose. 2. Choose the right interviewee. Pick someone who will present your purpose. 3. Do your research. 4. Kinds of questions to ask in a video interview. 5. Choose the right setting. 6. Light your subject. 7. Test your sound. 8. Make magic happen in editing. This research paper was published in June 1, 2021 by Ben Davies. Thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe.